Hi there, Gemini. Welcome. So I'm so glad you've decided to join me. This is Yetta Pearl, and this is my YouTube channel. So a short while ago, I was asking my angels, how can I get my subscriber numbers up a little higher? And so they said, of course, that you guys are the ones in control of that. So I am directly asking you to please hit the subscribe button. And as soon as I get to 100, which I'm almost there, oh my gosh, so close, then I'll be doing a draw, and one person will receive a free personal reading from me. And so I'm really looking forward to that, because then I get to connect closer with that one person. And you know, of course, once I start doing readings for individuals, then I'm going to be giving away more later, you know, for different occasions, or maybe to get the numbers higher again or things like that, because I really enjoy doing personal readings. And so let's just do that. More and more is all good. So this is your general reading for the week of August 16th through 22nd, 2021. And because it's a general reading, some parts of it won't resonate with you. That's okay. Take what does and leave the rest. Okay, so let's see what your angels are trying to tell you today. Yeah, this is awesome. Activating your inner goddess. So if you happen to be male and you couldn't possibly be a goddess, it's okay. This is not gender specific. This is the energy of it. And so male, female, doesn't matter. Inner god, inner goddess, whichever is most suitable to you. This is you at your highest vibration being activated right now. This is you recognizing that you have a higher vibration to go to. It's awesome. It feels really, really good. It feels like kind of like finally, you know. And that's not me saying that to you. It's you saying it to yourself, right? That wow, you know, I have been trying to get to this higher level for a long time, and some of you it's been deliberate, and others it's been just kind of a vague, formless thing, knowing that you want to get higher. So how you accomplish this is by staying in your integrity. What you say needs to be precise and accurate and 100% followed up by the real thing, by you. If you say you're going to do something, then you make sure you do it. If you're not sure you can do it, then don't say you can do it, right? So that's how you do that. You absolutely do your absolute best every moment of every day to be your true, authentic self. So no more little white lies to appease somebody else. No more saying, oh, well, we'll see, when you know darn well you're not going to see. You know, just be totally upfront and honest. Does not mean you need to be unkind. Does not mean you need to be blunt or, you know, to the point or calling them out on it. None of that garbage. That's ridiculous. But you're standing in your own truth is what it is. You know for sure that you won't get time to do that thing, not this week. So don't lead somebody on. That's not serving any purpose at all. And so just be upfront and say, I just won't get to that. I'm sorry. There's so much already piled up for this week that's not going to happen. But perhaps in the future, you know, if that's true, right? That's how you attain your high vibe and inner goddess. Yeah, it's by being your own true, complete, authentic self. Awesome. It feels very much like most of the time you are, but you need to just tweak it a little bit. It's the things that you don't want to let somebody down, or you have trouble saying no, or you know, it's things like that where you need to fully come into yourself. Other people will live if you say no. They'll do fine. Yeah, so it's time to be doing that. Go outside. Oops, sorry, just shook the camera. Didn't mean to. Anyway, go outside, shake up your world. Shake it up. Go outside and get lots of fresh air. Do some gardening, do some, whatever it takes, but be outside. And, so I'm hearing that a lot of you are. Okay, so when you're outside, notice the breeze. Notice the insect, the sounds of them and what they look like. Notice how it makes you feel. And notice the temperature. Notice the ground under your bare feet. Like, get grounded. In fact, lay down on the ground and just lay there doing nothing but observing and connecting with the world around you. Can you see the energy around the trees? It's visible. It truly is. It's much more visible at night, actually. During the day, the trees are absorbing. At night, they're giving off. And so it's much more noticeable then. But do that. And like, you're not doing chores. You're not mowing the lawn. You are outside for the purpose of being outside. That's all. See how it is? Yeah. It fills you up. It feeds you. Yeah. So there's some natural cycles happening in your life. And they are natural. We all kind of tend to want things to never end, depending obviously what they are. But, we always think that, once we start something that should be forever. But it just doesn't work that way. And so then we grieve that ending and we go forward again with the new beginning. And that is how it should be. There are all kinds of endings and beginnings every time that you wear out a pair of socks and you throw them away to get some new ones. That's an ending and a beginning. And, while the ending, you're like, I really liked those socks. You're going to like the new ones too, if you choose wisely. It's all exactly how it's supposed to be. The seasons change. They're 4 times a year we have an ending and then a new beginning as the next one starts. There's no space or time in between, right? It's the same in, in aspects of your life. There's no time or space in between usually. If you're moving from one home to a next one, well, maybe there's a lot of things that you liked about the old one. And so, you have to get accustomed to being without that. But when you're in the new home, there's so much there that's new and fresh and exciting and beautiful. And it's a perfect new beginning. It's just part of the natural cycles. So enjoy it. Your angels are saying enjoy it. And okay, they're telling me a lot of you know this already, but still it's just like a reminder to have fun with this, to savor the moments, the last moments doing something, savor that. And then the first moments doing the next thing. Awesome, Don't rush it, just let it be, just let it evolve as it does. Yeah. So, in your life specifically, what is it that is ending and starting new? So, the angels are saying this is just running the full gamut. Like, we could talk about homes or careers or relationships or clothing or, whatever, summer. We could be talking about all those things and it would resonate, every single thing, with somebody. So they're just saying, you ask yourself, what is it? What is your thing that's coming to an end this week and that you're going to start a new beginning this week? Yeah. So that in that way, then that resonates with you, and that you can feel very reassured that this is happening exactly how it's supposed to. It's awesome. Yeah. So being graceful is a real part of your desires and your inner self. We've all had those moments where we were not graceful. And I'm not necessarily talking about physically. I'm talking about maybe you had moments of social awkwardness, or times when later you kind of kicked yourself because you were not as kind as you could have been, or, you know, things like that. We're all learning, we're all growing all the time. And so now, you know, you're at a point where you can really recognize how it is you want to be. And so you can kind of practice in a way in your mind, you know, things that you didn't handle well in the past. Think through that again and just see, like, how would you prefer to act in the future if something similar to that comes up again? And practice it. You know what, even when you call that to mind, the thing that you did that you didn't really enjoy, how you did it, how you handled it, if you can, make amends for that. Like if that was something that you said or did to somebody that was unkind, or that was beneath you, right? Beneath the way you think about yourself, beneath your own integrity, make amends. Call that person up if you're able and say, I'm sorry, I've done that to you and I didn't like it. I don't enjoy being like that, and I'm striving to learn and to get better and to not do that again. And so I'm sorry. And, you know, it really, not only the effect on the other person, the effect on you. It holds you to a higher standard. And that is this inner goddess. Holding yourself to a higher standard. It's not the other person holding you to that. Certainly they have their boundaries and they've probably told you a bit about it and things like that. But this is you in yourself. Yeah, and that's how you learn grace. You also are learning some discernment. So not everything that's presented to you is just black and white as it appears on the surface, right? So there's something coming up this week where you're going to have to use all that inner goddess discernment, because that all goes along with it, right? You're learning what's what. You're learning what the people around you are like, and how the world is functioning right now, and it is changing very quickly, the world around us. So the rules are changing too. The things are different, and so the discernment to know what's what now is a really valuable skill. And it feels very much like they're giving me this, like you're in a situation where you will have to decide what's presented to you, what's truth and what's not. And so it might surprise you. They're saying the answer might surprise you. You might have to change your mind on something. You might have to realize as you discern truth, and use all your, use your intuition, use the facts, use consciousness, use all your tools. And all your tools don't generally include opinions, is what they're saying. Certainly not other people's opinions. If there's fact and things that you didn't see before that suddenly are coming to light, then that is something to take into account now. You might still not change your mind. They're not saying you will. They're saying that there will be an opportunity to do that. There's an opportunity to see different information so that you can practice discernment, to see what's truth and what's not. Yeah. Okay. And the bright part of your week, the absolute magic, right? So this is, it feels like it's spread throughout the whole week. So all along, while you're learning more about your inner goddess, while you're truly staying in your own integrity and you're holding yourself to that higher standard, and and you're really connecting with the world around you, you're learning what's real and what's not, and some of that is your own gut feeling, has nothing to do with anything else, right? Because you are absolutely brilliant. Every person is. As soon as you listen and tap in to your own inner knowledge, then you know more, than anybody else about that. So when you're doing that, and you know, you're allowing all the natural cycles to happen, all that stuff throughout the whole week, the magic is just interspersed. They're showing me just these waves of sparkle all the way through your whole week. And so notice which things are magical, which things are different than you thought they'd be, or which are generated by you and your own magic. It's really cool. You guys, Gemini, you guys are just, you're at the peak of your game, you know? It feels like you've learned so much, and you're getting so advanced within yourself. And it's amazing. It's really amazing to watch you and to see you grow like this, and to see the leaps and bounds that you're progressing. It's really, really awesome. Yeah. Okay. And so let's take one last bit of wisdom from the daily guidance deck. And so, angels, what last thing do you want our beautiful Gemini to know about for this week? Let's just see. One more thing. One more thing. Whoop, there it is. So, creative project. Okay. So, what creative project do you have in mind? Okay, some of you have quite a few things on the go already. And so get working on those. It's not a task, it's not a chore, but it is a satisfaction for you to finish up some projects. Get those done. It almost feels like clutter. It feels like you've got too many things on the go, and so you need to finish some. Yeah, don't start a new thing unless you truly have finished everything that you're doing. Okay, so yeah, so get busy on that, and you're going to have fun, and that will kind of get you out of your head a little bit. It gets you in a different frame of mind. It brings you higher. It brings you up, and it really is a benefit to you. It's awesome. Okay, so Gemini, I did not bring my globe outside this time, but if you can help me, and let's beam a whole bunch of love and understanding at the whole world and all the people within it. Let's just uplift everybody. Use your inner goddess, inner God, to do this. And send everybody all the love that you can possibly drum up for them. Fabulous. Thank you so much, Gemini. I love you and I appreciate you, and I will see you next week.